You know, that's when Yahweh shot. There's probably thousands of people observing the Lord get crucified. So guess what? There was a couple men that actually had faith, man, that believed. Same thing with the case with Stephen. If there was thousands of men there was at least one righteous man in that crowd, man.
That's right.
You know.
And then even with that, the elders, you know, the elders would tell us that some of the 144 are already been sealed, man. Yeah, they're in the spirit. Some of them are in the spirit, man. So, you know, really, we're just waiting for all this for the avalanche to finally hit the bottom. We're just waiting for the shit to stop at the bottom of the hill. For the chip to be pushed, the World War III, the FEMA camps, the martial law. You know, in the martial law and the FEMA camps, they're trying not to let that rouse up, but it's gonna go full force. You know, we're seeing all these you know, these heathens seeing all these signs in the skies and stuff. We just know, hey, it's about time to get the fuck up out of here, man. Let's tighten up. You know, so we're seeing all these things, and the scriptures say that your eyes have seen things that many wise men have desired to see, and they haven't seen them. You know, so you gotta have a spiritual eye, man. You gotta, you know, have some kind of blind faith, man. You gotta have some type of blind faith. And the thing with Tazabah is, you know, he was like, well, I can't have no blind faith like that. To just blindly put faith in a man, referring to the elders. I was like, well, I got blind faith for the elders, man.
He said if they jump off the cliff, I'm not jumping or something like that.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man, don't be so
be an asshole.
Yeah, don't be such an asshole, man. And I told him, I was like, as long as the Lord's dealing with the elders, of course, you know, and I hope that the Most High don't bug me out like that, man. And the elders are just as humble too. You know, Elder Tahar, the elders will say it, man. They'll say it, man. They've said it. They hope that they're of the elect.
We witnessed it, man. How humble the elders are, man. Yeah. It's amazing how humble the elders are, man. You know, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, we got done teaching, you know, and they do marathon teachings, man. Like at least 8 to 10 hours, you know. And you know, we were hungry and stuff. And, you know, I didn't even really know we were gonna go see the elders. Like we went to go see the elders. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was like, hey, fuck it. You say we're going somewhere? We're going somewhere. I didn't know, you know. So, you know, we had stopped to get some food, and you know, I'm thinking, I'm gonna be able to go inside and sit down and eat. You know, I see everyone else, you know, getting stuff. You know, we get into the house, and obviously I'm like the only asshole with food. And I'm like, I'm hungry.
I had some too.
You know, I'm hungry as fuck. You want to eat, and you're like, man, I don't got enough for everybody. You know, what do I do? I was like, man, fuck it. I put it under my chair. I was like, you know, it's just gonna get cold, and I'll eat it for breakfast tomorrow, man. You know, I felt bad I didn't have, you know, enough, you know, to help out like that. You know, it was a crazy experience, man.
It's beautiful, man. Your pod experience, man.
Yeah. I'm sitting there, you know, Elder Tahar teacher. I'm sitting there, got a big screen. I'm like, what the fuck, man? What like, you know, it's almost surreal. You're like, god damn, like, what the fuck's going on? You know, you got all the brothers around, and then you see all the brothers come from the different camps and following you. We're taking up the whole block. I'm like, whoa, man, this shit crazy. This shit was beautiful, crazy.
It was a spiritual experience, man.
And even the crowd, you got Elder Gabar and the Rilo chilling on the little post box thing, and they're talking and addressing the brothers, and even the crowd, and the Spirit has to where the crowd will walk into the street behind them and shit, man. And we're taking up this whole sidewalk's taken up, man, with brothers, man. Yeah, the elders are very humble, man. They're very humble, and they make sure that brothers help brothers out, man. You want to slap that hand away? Hey, go ahead, man. Hey, no one's keeping you guys in these camps. You're free to move about the country. You know? Hey, you don't got to be here with us. Go do what you do, man. The Lord don't need everybody. Many are called, but few are chosen, man. Many are called. Many are called, but few are chosen, man.
And that's like you go get deployed overseas. Everybody's not gonna make it back home.
Right.
There's casualties in war.
Well, everyone makes it home sometimes. Most of the times in a body bag. Exactly. That's the point. Because a lot of guys, they get blown to parts. They ain't making it home. They gotta put a picture frame in a coffin. Man, if that ever happened to me, I'd slap somebody to put my picture in the coffin. Why are you wasting that money for, man? fuck out of here, man.
Shit, you in the spirit realm anyway. I'm better off than you. I'm in the spirit realm.
Right, yeah, man. I'm looking down. You know, the spirit be looking down like, man, these fucking idiots, man. That's just bullshit, man.
Did you have more? You want to finish up with
Yeah. We're gonna go through that.
All right. Verse 36. Be ye therefore merciful, as your Father also is merciful. Judge.
You gotta display mercy to brothers, man.
Yeah.
All right, that's part of being a brother, is showing mercy to brothers, man. Even if a brother trespass against you or just a natural born asshole, you gotta exemplify mercy, man. Because that's what you're looking for from the Most High, man. All right.
Judge not, and ye shall not be judged. Condemn not, and ye shall not be condemned.
Yeah, judge not, and ye shall not be judged. You ain't supposed to be judging brothers. Now, if a brother's going off, you rebuke that brother so that he can be sound in the faith, man. But you ain't supposed to be judging brothers, all right? Because that's when it's gonna backfire and your ass gonna get judged. You know, in the case of what just happened with this camp, man. All right.
Condemn not, and ye shall not be condemned. Forgive, and ye shall be forgiven.
Right, the scripture says your own mouth condemn thee, man. We don't gotta condemn anybody. Your true colors are gonna show what you are, man. You know, we're all destined to, we're all put on a path, man. It's either gonna be a path leading to a chariot or a path leading to destruction. And at the end of the day, you know, I hope that path has me sitting on a chariot, man.
That's right.
And I hope all you sincere brothers with the correct understanding of the doctrine will be there too. I hope these brothers will be there with me, man. I hope to be amongst Yahweh Shai and the elders, man. A lot of you guys don't really want that, man. Because you're out to get a name for yourself, to fight for your doctrine, which you know they'll say. Well, it's not my doctrine, it's the scriptures, it's what the scriptures say. Well, the scriptures don't say that because there's contradictions now. You're not having the full understanding. Your pineal gland has been calcified, man. You become a metal Mario. You know, metallic Mario, man. You're the Terminator now.
Another thing Tasha Bar would say is, I'm going off what the scriptures say. I'm going off what the scriptures say. Yeah, there's some things that's literal, parabolic, symbolic, so on and so forth. You got to know how to distinguish that, man. So yeah, understand that. That's understanding, man. So he just the spiritual meaning. He just didn't grasp the spiritual meaning, man. And that was his problem, man. That was his fucking problem, man.
And this brother got a precept to back up that. Go read down the verse just go to verse 4.
Sirach 39:1. But he hath given his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof. Will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies.
Yeah, man. You got to be occupied in prophecies, man. All right? When you meditate upon the scriptures, you're occupied in prophecy, man.
You got to seek out the wisdom of the ancient, man. You got to meditate on, you got to give your mind to the law and seek out the wisdom of the ancient, man. Because just because the law says, you know, you love your neighbor, well, who is your neighbor, man? Yahweh Shai said of his own biological family, who is my mother and who is my brother and who is my sister? Them that do the will of my Father. He didn't care about two-thirds, he only cares about his elect, man. And you should be able to tell who his elect are to a strong degree, to a very strong degree, man. The scriptures tell you that a man may be known by his look, by his attire, his gait, his countenance. Excessive laughter show what he is, man. And then 1 Thessalonians 5:22, abstain from all appearance of evil. You know, what does it say? A wise man doth scarcely smile a little, man. You know, so there are times when you can judge on appearance and what the outward intents are, man, because a person's actions are going to show what they're about, man. You know, so Go ahead, bro. Keep reading.
Verse 2. He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtle parables are.
And he said he will keep the sayings of the renowned men. The elders are renowned men. The saint.
It says continue the things that I was learning.
Yeah, and exactly. Continuing the things which you have learned. And keep the sayings of the renowned men. The elders ain't never broke down Luke the way Tazabah broke that down. You know? It's an easy concept. You know, man.
Well, that's why it says the simplicity of Yahweh Shai. And that's why, you know, I use the worldly little saying that it's so simple that it's easily overcomplicated. You know, the simplicity that's in Yahweh Shai, man, is easily overcomplicated. It's just that simple, man. That's why he said, why do you strain at a gnat but swallow a camel, man? How are you straining at this one little thing where you can swallow this, you know, you got to forgive anyone that's an enemy to you. No matter, now you're throwing out dispensation of time, man. These guys, you know, were enemies in the brotherly sense for a time, and then they got reproved and removed from the church, cast out as heathen men. So now they're enemies that the Most High hates, which we hate also. You can't bless them or bid them Godspeed. You cannot. And you shouldn't even have called them, because the scripture said, in your mind you forgive them. In your heart you forgave them, man. What was that? Matthew's 18, and it's like the last verse. Like one of the last verses that you read. Right? Maybe it was the 5th chapter, I don't know. But, you know, anyway, it was Salah, yeah, 18 and 35. Right?
So likewise, somebody.
Yeah.
Matthew chapter 18, verse 35. So likewise shall my heavenly Father do also unto you, if ye from your hearts forgive not everyone his brother that trespasses.
Right, so you have to forgive in your heart everyone that trespasses. You don't gotta call him, man. You think Paul was sitting there writing letters to everyone's families that, you know, who he killed? You think he's sitting there?
My bad.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My bad. Sending out my bad kites to everybody.
I'm praying to Stephen every day, you know?
Right. Hey, the Lord knows, man. You don't gotta go the extra mile for a nigga, man. You don't gotta go the extra mile for a nigga, man. You don't have to, man. There's no point for that shit.
That's right.
Keep going with this.
Sirach 39 and 3. He will seek out the secrets of grave sentences.
Yeah, the secrets of grave sentences. Of the true breakdown of scriptures, man. That's obviously a secret for that, man. He couldn't get it. We get the secret, you know what I'm saying? We understand that that's talking about brothers in the truth. Alright? But he just couldn't understand that, man.
Let me jump to a precept with that. It's Proverbs 1. 1 and 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. Okay. Verse 2. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice and judgment and equity, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion.
Yeah, to the young man knowledge and discretion.